Alright guys, what is going on, man? What it is Ease once again. Ease chillin'. And of course, because I'm on NovaGoW, it is Nova Ease. Or Nova Ease Chill. Whichever one of those likes to work in your vocabulary, just put Nova and Ease attached to it. What's up, man? I have nothing but thanks to give to people again. First of all, thanks for giving me the topic so fastly and giving your thumbs up on it, because that's what I asked for, is the thumbs up on voting for what you think should be the next topic. And thank you, Nova Slaughter. Thank you, Mr. Slaughterific, for backing me up on the little bit of the controversy of the gameplay in last game. I went 10-2 or 10-3, and to a couple of people I camped too much or I didn't play as well up to their caliber. So this is what I'm gonna do for this match. This match I'm gonna go 7-3, and I'm gonna be at the bottom of the list. All right. So moving on, we have Mr. or Miss or Mrs. or Junior. I try hard at work. Next topic is smoking. Thank you for the topic, man. And remember, guys, give me another topic at the beginning in the next video or whatever, whenever you feel like giving it to me. Just give me a topic. And yeah, but I feel like I should talk about smoking. I'm guessing cigarette smoking, nicotine smoking, THC is no, THC isn't weed, right? I think so. Tar, tobacco, and all that good stuff. I talked about drugs and depression before in like a couple videos back when, and this is gonna be a little bit different, I guess. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I'm just procrastinating. Can't you tell that I'm just like procrastinating as I'm going along? But it's not gonna be a long video. It's only gonna be about 7 minutes total, because of the match that I had planned to just put up. Not really planned, but anyway, smoking, man. I know a lot of people when I was growing up that have been smoking since they have been like 9-10 years old, and around 11, like, because they pick it up. I mean, their parents might smoke, and they might be going through depression earlier than a lot of people would even imagine. You know, they probably live in a household where they just don't like. You know, I had a friend way back. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to put him on blast like that. But back in Connecticut, where I mean, we went to elementary school together, and he was just always this bright, cheery kid. And I remember he just turned into like this rebel. Like, you would never really see him at all. And when you'd see him at the bus stop, the public bus stop, or just chilling, smoking. I mean, this young kid, you know what I mean? And it used to throw me off, like, yo, why is this dude smoking cigarettes? Like, what's going on in his life? And you just know, just looking at him, he's not the same kid that I knew from elementary school, you know? Some people go through it like that. Some people just pick it up because they see it all around them all the time. You know, I was just watching a nice little episode of King of the Hill. If anybody knows anything about King of the Hill or cares to know about it, you know, you pick up a pack of cigarettes and you just want to try. You know what I mean? You just want to see what it's like. You see people do it all the time. You want to experiment. I mean, I can give you a prime example of myself. When I was growing up in a neighborhood I was growing in, yes, I'm going to call it the hood, the ghetto, quote unquote, air quote, Austin Powers quotes. But that's where I grew up. I grew up in a project area. And we used to roll up these leaves, man. It's so funny. We used to go in the back in this nice little area. It used to be leaves everywhere. Of course, you live up north around, you know, autumn, fall time. There's leaves all over the place. And we used to roll up these leaves and smoke them. If not, we used to break up a bunch of leaves and then put them inside a little leaf and then try to smoke it. And it would kind of work. Or, matter of fact, we would take the paper bag. It'd be paper bags laying all over the place. Because if you would imagine, you live in, you know, in a hood type area, you live in a project area, there's trash everywhere. So there's paper bags everywhere from whatever bottle that somebody was drinking liquor out of, or just a bottle, or just anything where they had a paper bag. The brown paper bag. We used to break up the leaves and put them in the paper bag, roll them up, and be smoking them. And it's so weird. I swear, we thought it was the shit. We thought it was cool, but we knew it was something bad. You know what I mean? People used to catch us all the time, yell at us about it. But I mean, you kind of graduate as you get a little bit older. And I remember the first time somebody I knew introduced me to a Black and Mild, and I smoked that for the first time. I knew somebody where one of my friends from back then introduced me to weed for the first time because his brother or his cousin or whatever sold it, and he would used to just have excess hanging around, so he would just take it or whatever. And we had smoked it, and we didn't even know what the big deal was because we didn't know what we were doing. You know what I mean? When you're that young, you just don't realize what's happening. We didn't know anything about inhaling or anything like that. It had to be somebody that we were smoking around that had to teach us how to inhale. You know what I mean? And things like that. And it was just, it's a very, very funny experience. I mean, being a kid and being introduced to smoking, because like I said, smoking is all around us. And, you know, fast forward about maybe 5-6 years later, when I was still living in those projects before I moved out, when I was about, let's say I was maybe 12, 13 before I moved out, I would be walking around and then I'd see these kids younger than me doing the same thing we doing in the same area. Like they used to watch us or something, rolling up their little leaves in the paper bag, and I used to catch them like, hey, the hell you doing? I'm telling your mother. And they just run off. Like, it was one of those things that the same shit would happen to us. These things, they repeat themselves. I remember doing that and seeing them, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, we used to do that shit. And I don't know, man. It's like smoking could be such a bad thing, yet it can be such a whatever thing. You know what I mean? Because I believe everybody has tried it, unless you're just that person that says, I just don't ever want to try it. You know what I mean? And everybody takes whatever they want from it. You know, I'm with a girl right now who likes to smoke, and I learned to deal with it. But I'm a type of person that I'm not gonna encourage it. You know what I mean? And I just don't smoke anymore. There's no real need. I used to smoke when I would drink, but just to get that little difference of a feel. But not really, not anymore. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, smoking is just smoking nowadays, man. I mean, you can smoke so much different things in this world. Just know that, you know, the world is what it is, because that's just what's brought in front of us. And if you end up having kids and they end up smoking, don't be surprised, man. If you have a little brother or sister or a little niece or nephew or a little cousin, and you catch them smoking, don't be surprised, man. It's everywhere. Even when you're not around, you can have the cleanest house in the world. You know, you let them go to school, and if they walk home, or you let them go somewhere and they're around one person, that one kid that is that smoking kid, you know, you can't shield them from everything. You just gotta teach them the bad about it, you know, tell them the good about it, you know, because there is a good thing to smoking. People smoke to get the edge off. You know what I mean? Some people smoke crack because they want to be in another world. Some people smoke weed because it's almost the same thing. You just want to get a different edge off. You know, there's so many things to smoke. It's just, and then they have these electronic cigarettes. So, I mean, the best thing I can say about smoking is it's a part of our culture. What can I say? It is. It's in movies. It's always been in movies and advertisements, even though they're trying to do the anti-cigarette and anti-tobacco thing now, and those retarded anti-weed commercials where guys would be leaving from the freaking drive-thru and they would run over somebody, some kid in a tricycle or whatever. That's just stupid. Who the hell does that? Smoking weed. Come on, man. You're just being dumb. You see how long those commercials lasted. Anyway, that's it, guys. Give me another topic to talk about. It was a little different. Usually I like to talk about advice about something, but these past two topics have been nice because it's more about my life. And tell me what you want and give me what you need, or give me what you feed. And that didn't even make any sense. But anyway, y'all know what to do, man. Be easy.